What's up everybody, it's your coach GR4 here and welcome to another video. And today we're gonna teach you how you and your team can prepare for Geo's FNCS. So, Epic has done me dirty. You probably heard next FNCS season and DreamHack are going to be in fact duos. I really thought next season of FNCS is gonna be duos. But they just announced that it's gonna be trios FNCS for the entire 2021. So, what does that mean for you? That means there's a lot of good things you can do to have an advantage over other people in these tournaments. And I'm gonna teach you just that. So stay tuned. So first thing you're gonna wanna do in 2021 is choose your teammates wisely. So if you really wanna place in the next trio season, the main thing you wanna do is choose your teammates wisely, because you're stuck with them, and if you wanna place, you're stuck with them for a whole year. So your teammates should be people that you really enjoy spending time with, like your best friends, your friend group, and people who motivate you, and people who are in the same play level as you. So you are always improving, you're always pushing each other forward and pushing each other to your maximum level. So after you got your teammate and your teammates in trios, you're gonna wanna pick your duo partner. Your duo partner should always be in the same trio as you, so you fully understand his playstyle. Like for example, I have me, my duo is Speedy, and we have another Fragger. We may change. It's the sneaking season because it's the season has not started yet, so you can fully change your teammates as much as you want until February 4th. Once February 4th hits, you're not allowed to change your teammates. You are allowed to, but I don't recommend it. So after you picked your teammates, don't just go on 7 hours a day and then get off. You have to always be pushing each other forward. You have to always be pushing yourself forward and putting that momentum forward. So what do I recommend? You have to know when to spend your time. Improvement is always based on habit, so you need to get in the habit of doing things by things. So there's 3 things you should do every day: your pre-game habit, your play habit, and after play habit. Pre-play habits is warming up. I recommend for warming up to always be changing your warm-up routine. You can either do it solo or do it trios or duos in any mode that you want. Let's say you wanna do it solo. You go to creative, let's say you wanna do it solo. You come to creative, you go to this map. There are a lot of good maps. Okay, first of all, this map I use a lot for warming up for solos. This map is my favorite map in warming up for solos because it helps you warm up your mechanics and your piece control. There's a lot of builds in this map. You can go around and practice your in-game piece control scenarios, like in end-game or in mid-game. I also like playing in this map, this box fight practice map. So what you're gonna do is take a grappler, take a shotgun, and I like playing in this section of the map. These sections are great too, but I like this one a lot. So what you're gonna wanna do is go full piece control here and hit your shots. And then go again and again until you've completed it. So do this for 10 minutes and you should always be feeling that burn, that warm up inside of you. So after you're warmed up as solo, you can go with your friends or warm up as trios. For example, you can play trio box fights or trio zone wars. Are the best practice maps for team plays and understanding each other when it comes to creative and mechanics. I would always recommend playing trio zone wars because it's the best for simulating like high level plays in endgame. But it's not that great, but it's the best in creative when it comes to creative. So you gotta always be pushing yourself forward and be pushing your teammates forward in mechanics and game sense, and always be, and your warm-up should always be changing as you improve. So let's say you get comfortable with this map, you get comfortable, like you can do it always first try, you never fail, and you have the perfect muscle memory for this map. You're gonna want to change it for a harder map. You always want to keep changing your warm-up habit, so you're not stuck in a warm-up that you don't improve in. You always have to be pushing yourself and making some strong plays that are harder than your skill level but make you improve a lot. So, after your warm-up habits comes your game habits. This is the most important thing in history. Like, I can't stress this enough. So many players get on, play for like 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, not knowing what to do, play arena, their W key, and then they call it a day of practicing and get off. No, that's not how you play the game. That's wrong. What you're gonna wanna do is play arena, trio arena in 3-hour sections, like to always simulate the tournament. So you have to play 3 hours, limit yourself to 10 games in those 3 hours, and go over your loot path and practice it over and over. So you get comfortable with that loot path, and then you can go to the mid game. You have to go W key people, especially if you're Champions League, to always practice W keying people. Practice getting out of your comfort zone, going to play, make plays you never go for. Like, to always be expanding your comfort zone, so when FNCS hits, you're comfortable with doing anything. So when end situations hits, like you have to disengage early game or do anything, you're ready for it and you know how to play it with your trio. A lot of mistakes people make is playing in zone rule customs, like the elite customs, IT customs, when their fighting is not that good. Like, how do you expect yourself to improve in FNCS in fighting high level players when you never fight? You have to get in the habit of playing arena, and if there's like ladders and mayhem, you can go play them, and they're gonna help you improve a lot.
35 امشي بركة، امشي فوت الزون. انا بشوف فوت الزون. عندي لانش باي ذا واي، عندي لانش باي ذا واي. تعرف شنو خلينا نعمل لانش 200 نقدم في الزون وبعد نطلع من رفع باش ما يصيرش. عكس كسروا لك اللانش بيسالش، ماكش راجل على خاطرك. ليه ما تستنوش انتوما اللانش؟ انا بركة باش نستعملها باش نقدم، باش ناخذ الهايت. ما يبهم وعمل شباب. شكون انا؟ زبك كنت حد عصبه برو، لايك سوبر لاين ركيتو هذايا كنت تسويه شو لا شو ديد نورمال يا اخي، نورمال نلعبوا هكا بالبينج هذا يا اخي. نورمال اخذ امان كيف نلعب. سبيد عندك لانشباد، عندك لانشباد عندي لانشباد. هيت هبط لي شويه وين تحتك. هيت لانشباد فكروا فوقهم الاولاد، فكروا فوقهم. ما فما حد فوقنا، اسكت. انتوما هاي تربحوا. نعرف ناخذوا هايت مره اخرى. نلاقي على الاخر 400 بينج. برو ليك ليه اضرب يار. بوم امان نص امان لحظه. لا بينج زبله سبلاش سبكتيكي بوكو عكس.
Bro, if we win this shit, we are the best players in the motherfucker this world. دي والله easy win for the boys.
ليه؟
motherfuckers.
ليش منهبوني ولا ليه؟ تحت بالله سبيدي اركح سبيدي اركح.
فيش مش
بوت you kill this bitch. باش يموت في الزون. جو وامشي زون امشي.
اسمعني في بالك
روحوا للزون بيهم اضربوا باليار سبيدي من تالي. وراك غادي على اليسار ارجع.
400 بينج.
هو
سبيدي مش هطلع لك
باك اوف سبيدي. what the fuck are you doing؟
ما عادش عندي والله لاست بس خليه يركز. راهو لاست يا ترى.
بلاش العب راهو
لاست انا خاطر لاقيت.
عندي 400 بينج
كثير حتى انا لقيت.
اوه
جي جي
ربحت ب 400
بعد النور عملها. اوه ماي جاد ماليش عاديين
والله وي ار ذا بيست. والله وي ار.
And while playing those customs and those arena games, there are a lot of bad things that you should never do, including blaming the game and blaming your teammates. You never want to blame your teammates, so your play sessions get worse and worse if you blame your teammates. They start to want to sabotage your game and lose on accident, so they want to get off the game and never play with you again. That's the worst part. Never blame your teammates. Always. But what you should do instead is know your mistake, know your teammates' mistake, and then tell everyone what their mistake was, including yourself. So you wanna never do this again. I personally have a note that whenever I die in a game, I write my mistakes. Like there's about 10 average mistakes in a game that I make. Everyone makes, no one is perfect. So you should always know your mistakes, know them without vote reviewing. We're gonna get to that later. So, after you finish playing your 3-hour sessions, like you finish playing 3 hours and then you play the other 3 hours, in between those 3-hour sets, you have to go and VOD review every game that you played. Doesn't matter if you won, if you lost, you always have to be VOD reviewing your games. You have 10 games to VOD review in between those sets. You wanna go in Discord, like open a stream for your teammates and tell each other's mistake and see each other's POV. So you know your mistakes and you know what you could have done, so your teammate could have won the game and could have made a better play than you. So for example, let's go to this end game. So, as you can see here, me and Speedy have height. I always as you can see here, me and Speedy have high ground, and our comms are always on point. So, when you see a bouncer, tell them, oh, they return a bounce up. Break the bouncer, but then they got it. Always try and tell each other what you could have done, so your play is better. And be pushing yourself forward. This is a normal arena game that we want with like 20 bombs, okay, 20 bomb, and you always have to come here and see your mistakes. Nobody makes mistakes, even if you win. So as I can see here, this was a mistake. After I cracked this person, I didn't know that he had floppers, so I rushed him into the storm with a 10-tick storm. That was a stupid play for me, and I ended up getting punished from it. While Speedy is 1 HP, so 1 storm tick by Speedy, and if I die, that could have easily cost us the game. So I make my way back to the game. I give Speedy his floppers so he can heal, and we claim the dub. And you should always be in a Discord call so that when someone opens a VOD review, everyone watches it and you can discuss what happened in that game and tell each other to see each other's POV and know what you can do to improve and push each other forward as a team. What you should also do is prioritize your how the hell do you say that? What you should always do is prioritize yes. Prioritize your health always, which that means always having a good healthy diet so you can always be healthy and have enough energy to grind for the entire day. Also work out at least once a day. You should always be working out, and this is a godly tip I just found. If you know your teammates IRL, you should all go for the gym and make a gym subscription and hit the gym together, so you can get on the game in the same time and go to the gym in the same time and get to know each other IRL and get to know your minds and what it takes for each other to improve. Like if you see the gym and you see Fortnite, your muscles are like your in-game muscles. If you train them every day, they're gonna get stronger. Just like the game, if you train every day, you're gonna get better. And it's always about discipline. So you know who's more disciplined out of your team, who's least disciplined, and you always push each other forward IRL and in game, which both conjoined into each other and make the best team possible. So that's what you have to do to improve in the game as a trio. Things that you should do is trying to improve on yourself, which means getting on the game in the same time daily, in the same time. So when you're consistently playing on the same time, especially when it's the best time of the day, when your brain is most active, when it's like 6 PM, 7 PM, it's the best time to get on. So when your brain is the most active, it's always pushing itself forward. And it's always, I don't know how many times I said push yourself forward in this video, but it's the most important thing. You have to always be doing hard things on yourself and always be expanding your comfort zone, and playing in the same time daily is gonna make you go linearly consistently towards your goal, which is eventually going pro in 2021.